Hey guys, Woongjin here, bringing you all another talk of commentary, and look what we got going on today. Hell yes, yet another Pro League has begun, ladies and gentlemen, and what better way to kick it off than an awesome matchup between Telecom T1 against the Woongjin Stars, Bisu against PianO, also known as Oregon, to start this up. Well, you can right away see there at the bottom that Bisu has played PianO once before and beaten him. And honestly, looking at the information I have before me, I can't see this second encounter going any other way than Bisu beating PianO, because PianO's TVP is absolutely horrendous. Bisu's PVT might not be stuff of legends, but it's good enough in this case, definitely. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Well, I'm going to say right away, I have been surprised before by these newcomers. Although PianO's not really much of a newcomer these days. He was one of a promising Terrans back in the day. We're going to see what he managed to do here up against Bisu. This is going to be on Fighting Spirit. Back in when it was being betaed and map tested, it was called, I believe, Silver Wing. Now it's called Fighting Spirit. 4-player map. We're going to have Bisu at the upper left-hand corner, 11 o'clock, as the orange Protoss, and as the blue Terran at the 7 o'clock lower left-hand position is going to be PianO, also known as Oregon. I'm just going to stick to calling him PianO. It's what I will always know him as. He was actually, the second StarCraft game I ever commentated was between PianO and Best, so this is a little fond memory I have of a very interesting PVT epic macro game. If any one of you guys ever feel like going back into my channel and finding that very old game just to see how really bad I was, go ahead and see. There's Nalra sitting. He was a short while ago took part in the E-Heritage tournament. He also E-Heritage tournament where a lot of old players took part in one single tournament. He didn't do too well, but you know, after not really practicing, after quitting playing StarCraft, playing against players that actually do actively practice, you can't really blame him. But yeah, really nice to see all these guys back, and it's really nice to see what we're looking forward to here. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the map. This is Fighting Spirits. In map tests, PVT, it went 12 wins to Protoss, 5 to Terran. And honestly, looking at it, it's not surprising. You have your main, which is rather large, and then you have a ramp down leading down to your natural expansion, which has a decently sized bridge leading out to the middle, which is fairly open, has an expansion in the middle of the map that kind of reminds me of Andromeda a little bit here. PianO just going for racks and refineries. I'm likely going to go for factory to expansion. Bisu, meanwhile, just doing what appears to be a 12 next and just taking that quick expansion. There's a 4-player map, so he feels definitely safe doing this. He's going to take that quick expansion and then just macro up like crazy. We're going to see what exactly it is that he goes for. A check card with, I think, a picture of Savior. The first gateway now coming down for Bisu, so he's just slowly going to start macroing up as soon as this happens. Both players sending out scouts in the wrong direction, so they're all going to scout each other last. But yeah, I was talking about the map. You have that natural expansion. It has that decently sized bridge on the lower ground, and then you have your third at the for Bisu. The third would be at about 11:30 to 12 o'clock. Has 2 different entryways. There's Free sitting there. He's going to be facing off in the third set against Fantasy. Look forward to that. Talking too quickly. But yeah, you have that third. He has 2 small choke points, 2 small ramps that can lead up. PianO, it does have only 1 SCV on gas, so he's going to get that factory into expansion. Going to have enough troops out to defend any possible harasses, which unfortunately not going to be coming. So right off the bat, PianO is going to be at an economical disadvantage. We're going to see what he decides to do to counteract that. He could just try to ride it out, but really needs to go for some sort of harassment play, or else he's going to find himself far too behind. Spotting that 12 next from Bisu here, seeing that's far too ready there. He knows he's going to have to do something with this. Well, with something. I'm not expecting him to go for a quick second factory. Oh, never mind. He's just pulling a bunch of his CVs off the line with several Marines as well. So he knows he has to do some sort of damage. He's pulling all of his CVs off, have 2 Marines off the line. Bisu, I believe, has no... Oh, he has a probe running around to the left, so I'm going to see if we'll actually spot this out or not. But he doesn't. SCV just meanwhile inside. There are 2 gateways up for Bisu, so he should have enough Zealots to defend this if he quickly gets some Zealots out in the field. SCV's and 2 Marines coming up. 3rd Marine also coming up north, so at least Bisu's going to know there's some harassment coming out as natural. I was going to talk about the map a bit more, but SCV's going to start off SCVs are going to block away the Zealot while another SCV builds the bunker. We're going to see if they actually manage to fight off. Well, let's see. Zealot actually does not manage to kill the SCV building the bunker. Bunker still being built. Zealot just desperately trying to hold off, trying to pick off the Marines, but PianO does a good job of microing around, still getting, allowing one SCV that was building the bunker, so at least delaying the bunker. We're going to see who actually managed. First Dragoon is out for Bisu. Now he did have a sub-net score coming up, so the one single Dragoon, the bunker is up, so we're going to see what the Marines actually get inside. Also Vulture in play now, that's going to force the Dragoon up. We're going to see what the PianO, brilliant play here by PianO, totally one-upping Bisu. Second Vulture in play, it's going to force the Dragoon completely back. Machine Shop coming up now, so there are going to be mines in play fairly soon, and Bisu now in a lot of trouble, not even bothering to micro in his Dragoon, trying to just keep it alive, but no, there are enough Vultures in play at this moment. Bisu's just going to try. Okay, he takes out one Vulture, loses Dragoon while he's at it. T1 coach on the bench looking very nervous. Not much. Still, the natural expansion is still up, but taking some heavy damage. 3 Dragoons down in play. We're going to see who they actually decide to go for this bunker, trying to take it out. There's no range, of course. Not going to be range for a while. It is spinning, so Bisu is going to try. He's not going to be able to save this next in time. He has to wait for range before he even decides to take in that bunker, or else he's going to lose it. He is going to lose natural expansion. So really, PianO with beautiful pressure just at exact time, and you can tell by Bisu's face he looks a little bit nervous, so I might just be forced to eat my words when I said this would be an easy win for Bisu. Bisu actually going to get down his robotics facility. He's going to be forced to take up as quickly as possible, get as many forces down on the ground as quickly as he can. PianO meanwhile is going to put down his own command center, and now he's going to be fairly far ahead. He's just going to keep that bunker outside there with Vultures to support. He's not going to continue putting on any sort of other pressure. Bisu just going to, okay, mines now coming into play. Range just now kicking in, so Dragoons are going to be able to take out that bunker, and will be able to take... Yeah, instantly puts down his nexus as soon as he forces those Marines back. Most of the Marines except one survive. Dragoons are going to be able to defend anymore. But Bisu, critical play. Oh, microing against his mines pretty well. But still, he's going to be in a horrible position now. You saw that first person view him desperately trying to micro against things. Still one mine out there, which I'm not sure if he knows about. I think he should have seen PianO plant that. There's also a pile not being put down. But Bisu overall in a horrible position. He is going to be able to plant some troops. He's not going to be allowed any troop move. He needs to get an observer out in the field very quickly. That's why they put his robotics facility up. But he's going to need observers in the field so he can continue moving out and try to do some damage, counter damage to PianO, because they're now very far behind. Observer just now coming up. And wow, I honestly believe this is something that turns into need to take an early advantage, because the late game play really favors Protoss here. Arbiter play is just absolutely beautiful. That 12 o'clock expansion for Bisu, it's open on 2 sides, and it's not really hard to rush up, but it's that far away from the main and natural that it takes a little while to reinforcement. It has 2 entryways, one entryway that can only be easily accessed by your own troops, but there's another way that your opponents could come into, and they can take it out. There you go, you see it right there. PianO also has a few Vultures not far from Bisu. They're just waiting to pounce, also planning mines just outside of his own natural expansion, just to see in case Bisu tries to put on some pressure. Engineering bay just now ready, so there are going to be turrets coming up as well, just in case, also so we can possibly try to snipe those observers. I'm going to see what PianO actually decides to just right off on 2 expansion and go for a quick push. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting to just try to just keep on going, just keep anchoring up, play a defensive game, turtle up, maybe even take his 3rd, which is harder for Terrans usually to take, but the way he's taking advantage of this play now, he might actually be able to do it to Vultures, not having speed, just trying to sneak by. One is not, okay, one is going to get 1 probe kill to both the Vultures, at least get a scout, get the position, not even bother to put down any mines. I don't think he even had any mines, but no speed. At the very least, they got 1 a little probe and didn't manage to get into the base to get the full scouting information, but I think PianO should have a pretty good, decent idea of what's coming at him. Tanks now in place, sieging up at the natural expansion. We'll get to see. This is going to be the 3rd set, fantasy versus free. We're going to see who actually becomes the decider. They're showing those guys way too much. 3 facts with only 1 machine shop now, so he's not focusing too much on the tank so far, just getting some auxiliary forces into the field. Only 2 gateways still for Bisu. He just does have now his natural expansion, so he's finally saturating. A 3rd gateway just now coming up alongside a 4th. Vultures running around the field, looking at